Breaking news. This is Rachel Lehman reporting to you live from BioTV. The endocrine system is off the rails. People around the world are being affected by endocrine system malfunctions. Hyperactivity of the gonad glands are producing excess androgen in women and excess estrogen in men. Now I'll pass it over to Dr. Anna with further information on the subject.
Thank you, Rachel. According to my studies, cell communication begins with a signal that is transduced that affects target cell behavior to elicit a response. So for triggering this, the hypothalamus uses gonadotropin-releasing hormone to trigger the anterior pituitary, which then releases luteinizing hormone to the ovaries, but also to the adrenal glands and fat tissue to release estrogen. Estrogen usually helps with developing primary sex organs and secondary sex traits in females.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yes, and there are 3 types of estrogen: estrone, estradiol, and estriol. Estradiol is most important in males as it is essential for modulating libido, erectile function, and spermatogenesis. So with this hyperestrogenism, this leads a person to have an abnormally large amount of estrogen. This can be caused by overeating estrogenic food, genetic conditions, and possibly tumors. In males, it can lead to an increased risk of prostate cancer, feminization, and increased risk of heart disease. In females, hyperestrogenism can cause menstrual issues, vaginal bleeding, and an enlargement of the uterus and breasts.
Thank you for your analysis, Dr. Anna. We'll now take a look into a first-hand account with this epidemic with our live interview team headed by Eric.
Good morning, folks. Currently, I'm talking with Martha, who is a female who's suffering from hyperandrogenism. Hello, Martha. Could you tell us more about this?
I'm pretty much growing hair everywhere. I'm infertile. I started getting weight. I have hypertension, and my voice dropped 2 octaves.
Well, that's pretty rough. Do you have any idea what's causing this?
One of the most common causes of this are polycystic ovary syndrome, where the ovaries produce an excess amount of testosterone, the most common androgen. This is what I have.
So for our viewers, what are these androgens and what do they specifically do to your body?
An androgen is just any natural or synthetic hormone that regulates the development of male characteristics. Under normal circumstances, androgens are prevalent in men with a smaller amount in women. They usually develop male secondary sex characteristics in sex organs and embryonic development.
So we've heard about hyperandrogenism. What do you know about hypoandrogenism? It's also part of the epidemic, and we'd like to hear more about this as well.
Hypoandrogenism in males can cause infertility, decreased muscle mass, shrinkage of genitalia, and decreased masculinization.
I have a family member who's been talking about these disorders, and one of them has been mentioning progesterone a lot. Could you elaborate on this?
To the best of my knowledge, progesterone is a hormone secreted by female gonads that regulates the inner lining of the uterus. It prepares the uterus for fertilization of an egg and regulates the menstrual cycle. When pregnant, it prevents further egg release and stimulates the mammary glands to produce milk.
Well, thanks for talking to us about your conditions. Now back to you, Rachel.
Wow, these first-hand stories are baffling. We'll be right back after a short commercial break.
Are you tired of feeling tired? Worry not, melatonin is here to save the day.
Although originally released by the pineal gland, a small pinecone-shaped organ located on the midline, attached to the posterior end of the roof of the third ventricle in the brain, through converting serotonin by acetylating then methylating it to synthesize the melatonin, you can also get it in capsule form. You can even get strawberry flavor. Warning, an excessive amount of melatonin can lead to drowsiness and reduced core body temperature, and too little has no known to have any effect, but harder to fall asleep.
You know, I've been having trouble sleeping lately, and melatonin has worked wonders for me. We'll be ending today with Dr. Anna again with some fun facts.
So for Fun Fact Minute today, let me tell you a little bit about melatonin, progesterone, estrogen, and androgen. Did you know? In many animals, melatonin from the pineal gland is essential for regulating the body's seasonal biology, such as reproduction, behavior, and coat growth, in response to changing day length. Progesterone stimulates the brain's GABA receptors, those feel-good, calming neurotransmitters. And did you know, when you take birth control, the estrogen is excreted in urine and is not removed by wastewater treatments, which can thus cause male fish to develop female traits. Also, there exists a condition called complete androgen insensitivity, and this syndrome is when someone who is genetically male cannot use male sex hormones. So instead, they develop and grow up as females, except they have undescended testicles instead of a uterus and ovaries.
Wow, thanks for tuning in. This has been a broadcast of BioTV. I'm Rachel Lehman, and we are signing off.